Glenn Carmichael, the slot machine wizard. Tommy Glenn Carmichael is one of the most notorious slot machine cheaters of all time. He was known as the slot machine wizard and stole millions from casinos by designing innovative cheating devices that exploited slot machine vulnerabilities, leading to massive wins. The monkey paw was a thin wire with a claw-like end that he inserted into the payout chute of a slot machine, which would trigger the machine's coin hopper, causing the machine to release a jackpot's worth of coins. The monkey paw was said to be particularly useful on older slot machines with mechanical components. Now, the light wand was designed to target the optical sensors within slot machines. These sensors were responsible for counting the coins that were paid out. Carmichael's light wand emitted a light source, and when inserted into the machine's payout area, it would blind the optical sensors temporarily. As a result, the machine would continuously dispense coins as if a massive jackpot had been won, even if the player didn't actually have one. This device was especially effective on newer electronic slot machines, or so we hear. These were two ingenious tools that made him win the jackpot every time. But, as you can guess, it didn't go unnoticed for very long. Casino security uncovered his activities, and Tommy was arrested multiple times throughout his career as a casino cheater. But every time he was released, he would invent another cheating device even more efficient than the one before. However, during his last imprisonment, he had a change of heart. Tommy realized the negative impact of his actions on the casino industry and the gambling community. He decided to turn his life around and became an advocate against cheating and gambling addiction. Richard Marcus, the master of past posting. What is past posting, you ask? It's a technique that involves switching lower value chips for higher ones after a winning bet. He used this technique on roulette, baccarat, blackjack, and poker by hiding $5,000 casino chips under $5 casino chips. He slanted the $5 chip slightly towards the dealer to hide the bottom chip. If they won the bet, they would announce the hidden $5,000 chip and be awarded $10,000. But if they lost the bet, they'd swiftly switch the chip back to a $5 one, only losing $10 on that bet. Marcus's swift and subtle sleight of hand allowed him to amass millions of dollars. But didn't the dealers notice? Well, if the dealer was really paying attention and noticed the switch, Marcus and his teammates would play the innocent drunk player card, in which they would stutter and say that they hadn't even realized the ball had dropped. He also often worked with other players to distract dealers, and he built close relationships with certain croupiers to allow him to distract them and place additional chips onto his winning hands. This complex system later became known as the Savannah strategy. This technique was in theory quite simple. It just took an awful lot of courage and a fair amount of skill. Marcus's team was able to get away with this scandal hundreds of times before casino managers and gaming enforcement truly caught on. He was then banned from numerous casinos, and he also faced legal consequences, bringing an end to his illustrious but illicit career. Following his exposure, Marcus transitioned into a surprising role as an author and a public speaker. He shared his experiences and insights into casino cheating, educating both gamblers and casino security personnel. Ron Harris, the Inside Man. Our final casino cheater is none other than Ron Harris, an inside man who exploited his role as a gaming technician within the casino industry to cheat. Ron Harris was a software engineer writing anti-cheating software for the Nevada Gaming Control Board. Secretly, though, he was coding machines with a hidden software switch that paid out huge jackpots when players inserted coins in a certain sequence. He rigged 30 machines before getting accomplices to play the slots and walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. He was eventually caught, though, when one of his teammates was busted trying to rig a game of Keno in Atlantic City. He was arrested and sentenced to 7 years in prison for counts of slot cheating. Tommy Glenn Carmichael, Richard Marcus, and Ron Harris definitely left their mark in the world of high-stakes gambling. But their stories are reminders